Good afternoon. It's Kayla with the Celebration Company, or good evening. I don't know which way you want to call it, but I hope y'all are having a really great day. Happy Wednesday. Today we are making chili. So our church is having a chili cook-off tonight, and they've been doing this for as long as we've been going there. And last year we went, and I took my chili, and I came in second place. This year, I'm hoping to take first place. So, we'll see what we can do, but we're going to try and make this the best chili ever, full of tons and tons of flavor, okay? So I'm putting a lot of stuff in this, and I hope that it tastes yummy, all right? So y'all come and join me as I make this. I don't have an official recipe for chili. Every time I make it, it's a little bit different. I usually use the same items. Sometimes I leave certain items out, but I don't have like a measurement for how much I use. So I just kind of throw everything in, all right? But it's a good chili. I don't put pasta in my chili. I like beans in my chili, lots of beans. So it's a beanie, it's a hearty, meaty chili, all right? So that's what we're making today. Now, I know there are some of you out there who believe that pasta belongs in chili. My parents always made chili with pasta in it, and their chili was more of a soupy kind of a chili, where my chili is a lot thicker. So I like it either way, but when I make it, I always make it without pasta because my husband thinks that is a crime to put pasta in chili. But sometimes I make pasta for Griffin to put in his chili. And so, you know, it is what it is. So whatever you like, it's fine. But you could definitely put pasta in this chili. I think it's great without it, though. So when you hop on, say, hey, let me know you're watching. Y'all tell me, do you like pasta in your chili or no pasta? Also, do you like beans in your chili? I tend to be on the side of if it doesn't have beans, it's not chili. But my brother does not like beans. And when they have chili, they do not put beans in their chili, which is crazy to me. Just crazy. Basically, it seems like it's just soupy spaghetti. Hi, Dorothy. Hey, Teresa. How are you? Hey, Carol. Hi, Tina Carey. Good to see you. Hey, Teresa. Smith. Thank you. And Teresa. Okay, both those are the same Teresa. Hey, Kathy. No pasta, she says. Tina Carey does. Chunky and no pasta. We put it over rice sometimes. Okay. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, Sue. Hello, Danae. I love chili. Hey, Heather. Oh, that sounds good, Chili Mac. I like it. Hey, Deborah. I'm with you. Yes. Hey, Cindy. She says, no pasta, not many beans. All right. I love beans in my chili too, Tina. Hey, Patty. She says, beans and no pasta. Yes. Teresa puts kidney beans in hers. Now, I don't do kidney beans. Hey, Rhonda. She says, no pasta. Hello, Maida. Hey, Linda, beans, yes, never heard of pasta. Hey, Donna, it might be a Southern thing. I don't know. Or a Kentucky thing, maybe. I don't know. Mine is thick with lots of beans. I do make pasta on the side for my hubby. Hello, Suri, I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right, but over on YouTube, thanks for joining. No pasta and no beans because my son and daughter don't like beans. I put extra meat instead. All right. Hey, Donna. All right. So let's get into it. I'll show you, first of all, the ingredients that I use. I like chili beans in mine. I don't specifically love kidney beans. I'll eat them. It's fine. But I don't specifically love them. So I love Brooks chili beans. And these are what I always use in my chili. And so I usually do a combination of the hot and the mild chili beans, okay? And I always use the Brooks. Oh, goodness. Oh, that's funny. I bet that is good. Then I use Rotel, and I'm using a combination of Rotel today. I'm using the fire roasted Rotel. I'm also using the Hatch chili Rotel, and hot. All right. Then I use chipotle peppers. And then we're going to add some other things, some onions and peppers, all that fun stuff. So funny story. I don't know if it's funny, but I used to make my chili one way and I never put tomatoes in it. But I got sick one time and that's what came out. And after that, I couldn't even stand the thought. But my son and Andrew love chili. And so I started just changing up the way that I made it, and adding tomatoes to it made it good to me. It made it to where I was able to eat it and I enjoyed it. So that's when Rotel started coming into play. And since then, I've changed it up even more, and we just do lots of things to it. So we're starting with some poblano peppers, a big giant onion, and some jalapeno peppers. All right, I'm gonna go on and get my pan over here on the stove, warm it up, and we'll cut our peppers open and get those in the pan first. Cincinnati chili is served over spaghetti, but I don't consider Cincinnati chili to be chili because it's disgusting in my personal opinion. I think it's terrible. It has cinnamon and chocolate in it, and so it's got a very odd taste to it. I don't like it. It's not for me. But yes, it's served over spaghetti. It's like spaghetti in a way, and then covered with cheese. It really is like spaghetti in a way, just doesn't even compare. You know what I mean? It's like it's trying to be, but it's not the same at all. Funny thing is that my husband does not care for spaghetti, but happens to love Skyline chili, which is nasty. And I don't like it. So, there you go. All right. So I am dicing up my poblano peppers. Now, poblano peppers are delicious. I don't care for green peppers. Andrew and I both do not care for green peppers. Poblano peppers have a much better flavor than green peppers. They are not spicy. They have a little bit of spice to them, but it's not a lot. It's very tolerable, and putting in something like a chili, you really don't taste it. It's just got a really good peppery flavor to me, where green peppers have like that bitterness. Not crazy about it, but you could definitely sub green peppers. It's going to give you a different flavor for sure. I've got 3 poblanos here that I'm using. You need to try it, Marcia. It's yummy. Bob's Big Boy. Frisch's. Okay. I've never had it from Frisch's. But like I said, I don't care for that kind of chili that's sweet and has like chocolate in it. It's not my thing. Hey Dale, we are making chili today. Making some chili. Hopefully a first place chili. Was it last year that we went and I got second place, Griffin, or was it the year before?
I'm pretty sure it's year.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was. I don't remember last year.
Me either.
It was one of the years.
It was one of the years. Poblanos, Tina, and jalapenos. So the jalapenos are, of course, spicier than the poblanos. I'm going to add some olive oil to my pan. Let it start warming up. Now the jalapenos, I will remove all of the insides because they are spicier, like I said. If you remove the insides, you're definitely going to add quite a bit of heat to your chili, which mine already has some heat in it because it's got a slow burn type of a heat to it because it's got the hot chili beans and the hot rotel. You could definitely leave the jalapenos out though. I don't always add the jalapenos. Me too. I love poblanos. They are my favorite pepper for sure. Have y'all ever had, so if you go to a Mexican restaurant, you can get chili relleno and it's delicious, especially if you get a good one. Some of them aren't quite as good as others. But they take a poblano pepper and they roast it. And then they stuff it with cheese, like an ooey gooey cheese. I'm not 100% sure what kind of cheese they stuff it with, but it's delicious. And then they close it up and they bread it in, usually it's an egg white batter. It's like egg whites that are fluffed up and it's mixed with a little bit of flour and stuff. And it's breaded in that and then deep fried. It's actually, you know, if you're trying to do a low carb or something like that, it's a really great option, but it's delicious, y'all. It is absolutely delicious. All right, let's get our last jalapeno cleaned up here. I'm just tapping out the seeds. I do know that there are, so we have a Hispanic church as well at our church. And so our Hispanic pastor was telling us the other day, Andrew was telling him about my chili, and he said, Andrew was talking about the heat and was worried about whether or not it was gonna be okay. And the Hispanic pastor said, well, we've added 2 judges this year and they're both Hispanic. So he said, bring on the heat. And so I'm hoping that the judges like a little bit of heat because there is going to be a bit. Now, it's not going to be super spicy or anything, but there will be some heat. All right, so I just got this on medium heat, and I'm just going to get those peppers to start softening. While I do that, I'm going to cut up my onion. I got a really big onion here, so if you don't have a big one, then you may use 2. Onion, I mean, honestly, you can never have too much of it, right? Oh my gosh, I bet that was amazing. Larissa, wow. I tried to make it one time and I failed miserably. I will not ever try again, probably. But I do get it at the Mexican restaurants sometimes and it's so yummy. I think I got it one time at Chewy's, if y'all have a Chewy's, and it's really good there. Y'all, I'm going to start crying here in a minute. All right, I'm going to go on and add my onion in here so that I don't have to sit here and cry. actually going to crank the heat up just a little bit. All right. Chicken's been sitting over there cleaning his shoes. He just recently bought a new pair of Nikes. And they're white, solid white. He says he's going to try and keep them nice. So we'll see how long that lasts. Maybe a couple of weeks. Okay. It's all right, y'all. I'm going to be okay. Promise. Okay. Woo! Lots of onions and peppers. All right. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to let that start to soften a little bit. And then we're going to add in our beef, okay? Y'all, I have tried so many different things. I'm not sure any of it works, honestly. I'm going to get rid of this trash right here. Hang on just a second. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's funny, Marcia. All right, so let's do some garlic now while our peppers and onions are cooking. I do have it up to medium high so I can start to get a little bit of color on the peppers and onions. I'm going to do a lot of garlic. I like garlic. I'm going to put a lot in this chili. Give it lots of good flavor. And fresh garlic, of course. I might just do the whole thing, to be honest with you. Okay. Do y'all use a garlic press or anything fancy for your garlic? Or do you do it the old-fashioned way, like me? I am just not a gadget type of a person. I like my KitchenAid, I like my food processor, I like my crock pot. Exactly, no such thing as too much garlic or onion. Although it seems like I have had something before that Andrew and I both were like, that is just way too garlicky. I don't remember what it was. And we thought, are we even saying this? Jeslyn says she grates hers. You know, I've done that before, but that always makes me nervous. So I usually just chop mine. Okay. We finally got all of the garlic peeled. Get all the paper out of the way. Okay. Let's get our garlic minced up. That onion's making my nose run now. All right, this is looking good. I don't know if y'all can see it because of the steam, but we've got our onions and our poblanos looking softened. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my ground beef, okay? I've got 2 pounds of ground beef. And you can do any kind of meat in here that you want. We have done a mixture of ground beef and ground pork before. That's really good. I have done ground turkey. You could even like go fancy and do other types of meat in here as well. I keep it simple. This is a meal that I make usually in a hurry. So, you know, I'm busy. I don't have a lot of time. And so when I'm making chili, I got to get it made quick. It's typically the way that goes. So that's why I use ground beef, because it's easy and it adds a lot of good flavor to our chili. So I'm going to take my, whatever you call this thing, my meat masher, and get the meat separated. Last time I made chili, Andrew told me that the meat was in too big of chunks. I didn't mash it enough. All right. We're gonna let that cook up some. We'll mash it some more here in a minute. I'm gonna crank it up a little higher so my meat gets a little color on it. Okay. That's funny, Jeslyn. You know, Griffin was never super picky. Andrew says that he's picky. I don't think he is picky, but not super picky. You know, like he's like any other kid. He would eat McDonald's, chicken nuggets every single day of his life, if I let him. But he does eat a lot of other things. You know, I feel like a lot of kids probably wouldn't eat chili. I don't know, but Griffin has always loved chili, and he doesn't mind that there's tomatoes in it, that there's beans in it, that there's garlic, you know, or anything like that. And one of his, probably his most favorite soup is zuppa toscana, which I think I've made with y'all before, and it has kale in it. And he loves it. He's loved it since he was a baby. So he's not ever been super picky about things like that. It's just eating it by itself. Like, you know, like broccoli. He'll eat it, but it's a struggle. Green beans, you know, things like that. He will not eat Brussels sprouts. He is okay with asparagus, loves broccolini, and loves lettuce. That's amazing, Jesselyn. That's awesome. Well, I will say Griffin, when he was a baby, would eat so many things. And his taste buds have definitely gotten worse through the years. Not to be negative, but when he was a baby, I would basically just take whatever we were eating, blend it up, give it to him. You know, I didn't buy a lot of baby food when he was a baby, but it didn't seem to help, unfortunately. Or maybe it did. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to wait on our meat to be cooked. And when it's cooked, we're going to add in all of our garlic. So right now, while we're waiting, we're going to start opening up all of our cans of stuff. We're going to start with our chipotle chilies, because I'm going to go ahead and add the chipotle chilies to the meat. Now, the meat I'm using does not have to be drained. That is from, actually, it's from Trisha's farm. So it is good meat that doesn't have a lot of fat in it. So I don't have to drain out any of the fat. So if you do have to do that, then I probably wouldn't go on and add this stuff like I'm adding, because you're going to dump out your flavor. All right, so chipotle peppers. If you've never had chipotle peppers, they are spicy, but they have a real warmth to them, and they're delicious. So I do several chipotle peppers in my chili, and so this is just chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. We're going to do, and you can smell it, it almost has a barbecue kind of a smell. It's got a real smoky type of flavor. We're going to start with 4, and I'm just going to dice these up, and they have seeds in them. So like I said, they are a little spicy. They are going to add some heat. And I just kind of dice them up. It kind of looks almost more like a paste. Hello over on YouTube. We are making chili. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and add my chipotle peppers to my meat while it's cooking. And I'm also going to add some of this adobo sauce that's in the can right into the chili. Just dumping some in there. Oh, that's fun, Jeslyn. All right, let's give this a mix. Okay, meat's looking pretty good. I'm going to add in my garlic now. Lots and lots of garlic. I do post my recipes sometimes on Facebook. Hey, Virginia. So we're going to let that garlic start to get fragrant. And then we're going to start adding in all of our cans of stuff, okay? So this is, like I said, it's a simple recipe. It's one that you can put together pretty quickly. Like I said, this is definitely for a family who doesn't have a lot of time and needs to throw meals together. I've got 5 cans of chili beans here. So I've got, I think, two cans of hot and 3 cans of mild. Thank you, Suzanne. Do y'all open cans the old-fashioned way, or do you have electric can openers? Okay. All right. And then I've got my Rotel. This one is the hatch chili. For sure, Jane. And then this one's the hot can of Rotel. And then these two are the fire roasted. Oh, Jessalyn, I understand. My hand is starting to hurt. Okay. Now, before I add my cans, I'm going to go ahead and add in some of my spices. Now, this is probably controversial, but it's what I do. It's what my parents have done, and it's what I've always used. So it's what I will probably continue to use. Chilio. Okay. It is easy and it's delicious. So this is the Chilio with onion. I'm adding 2 packages. I always add 1 pack per pound of meat. Now you could just do straight spices if you want to. I'm gonna put all the spices in it that you would typically put anyways. But I just like the Chilio. I like the flavor it gives. So I'm just mixing that around, getting my meat coated. And then I'm gonna add in all of my cans. Okay, so we're adding all of these in. So we got the fire roasted, the hot Rotel, another can of fire roasted, the hatch chili Rotel, and then all of our beans. So 5 cans. Sometimes I do 6. I don't know. It just depends on the day. Aside from black beans, I honestly think chili is the only thing I shop the canned aisle for. Now I buy black beans from the canned aisle and Rotel for all kinds of different things, but that's about it. I never, hardly ever buy a vegetable in a can. Do y'all? I think it's because I don't like them. I buy fruit. I buy canned fruit for Griffin. And me sometimes. Okay. Got all of our cans in there. Let's get this mixed up. It's looking amazing. All right, I'm going to turn my heat down a bit. Okay, then what I like to do to thin this out a little bit is I just add water. So I'll take one of my cans of chili beans and just fill it up with water. Now you could use tomato juice here if you wanted to, but I find that water works really well for me. I used to use tomato juice and I never used very much of it. And I always had so much left over that would end up going to waste. And so I just started adding water to mine. I'm going to add just a little bit more. And again, you can make this as soupy as you want. And you don't even have to add any water to it if you don't want to. It's looking so pretty with the chilies and the poblanos. That's what it looks like right now. Okay. So let's talk about additional spices. Beer sounds good, Patty. You know what? I think I've done that before, actually. But beer would be really good, too. I like that idea. Okay. So let's talk about some spices. We're going to add some additional spices to this. Okay. And I'm literally just eyeballing all of this. So this is ancho chili powder. And then I have regular chili powder. Hopefully it's not too spicy. Then we've got cumin. I love cumin in chili. And next we've got garlic powder. And onion powder. Okay. Let's mix this up. And then I'm going to add some salt as well. I find chili doesn't need a ton of salt, especially with the chili-o. But we're going to add some anyways. So I'm going to just add, I think that's about a teaspoon. And I'm going to add some pepper as well. I'm not adding a ton. I'm going to taste it, see how it is. Now, I can post the ingredients and like how many cans I used and things like that. But as far as the spices and everything goes, that's all to taste, okay? All right. Now, we're going to let this cook for a little while. If I'm cooking it for my family, typically I just make sure it's warm and I'll be done. But we don't have to be to church until 6:30, so I'm going to let it just kind of, simmer away and get all the flavors coming together. So I'm going to get a little bit so I can taste it. Let's see what it needs. It's good. I'm going to do some more chipotle peppers. It has a little bit of heat to it. I'm going to do 2 more chipotle peppers for a little bit more smokiness. And I'm going to add more cumin. Add in the chipotles. All right, and let's do more cumin. Just going to add the rest of the jar. Don't know if I have any more of that. And I'm going to add more chili powder. I'm going to do regular chili powder. Just needs a little more warmth to it. That's why I added the chipotle peppers and the cumin and chili powder. Okay. All right, let's see. Paprika, we could definitely add some paprika. Marsha, I sure hope there will be. I sure hope there will be. All right. I think I'm gonna add some salt. I think we're about there. I'm gonna add a little more salt and a little more pepper. And let's add some paprika, like Dana said. It's all the way back here at the back. All right. Does everyone else make a mess when they're cooking like I do? It looks amazing. I hope that it will attract people, you know? You eat with your eyes. So I hope people will be like, ooh, that one looks good. It's colorful. Okay. Last time, I hope. That is some good chili, y'all. It's very good. It has a smokiness to it. It's got a spiciness, but it's a warm spice. Like to me, it's spicy, but it's not so spicy that your ears are burning and, you know, all of that. It's just kind of on the back of your throat, you know? It's not burning your tongue or your lips or anything like that. So I think it's really good. We'll see what Andrew thinks when he gets here. He'll probably be like, add some cayenne to it. But I don't want to go overboard because I don't want, there might be other people on the panel who don't necessarily love super spicy. So I'm worried if I go super spicy that people won't like it, which this is about the spice level that I prefer it to be at. So we'll see how it goes. All right. So just to recap, we did 3 poblano peppers, 3 jalapeno peppers, a big onion, an entire head of garlic. We also did 2 pounds of ground beef, a lean ground beef that doesn't have to be, have the fat removed. We did 5 cans of Brooks chili beans. And they are 2 cans were hot, 3 cans were mild. Then we did 4 cans of Rotel. 1 can was Hatch, 1 can was the hot, and then 2 cans were the fire roasted. And we also did 6 chipotle peppers and some of the adobo sauce. 2 packages of Chilio, and then the rest is just spices. So onion powder, garlic powder, cumin, chili powder, ancho chili powder, paprika, salt, pepper. All right. Yeah, you can add red pepper flakes too, Dana. So that's everything. So I'm just going to let this cook for a little while we're waiting before we go to church. And hopefully it wins. I'll keep y'all updated and let you know. But I will post a picture and I'll post all the ingredients that we use so that y'all can make it if you want to. So have an amazing day. Thank you all so much for joining me. Definitely try poblano peppers if you never have. They're delicious. We use them all the time in place of green peppers because they are our favorite. So have a great day. See ya.